All right, and we're finally live. So
Yay.
sorry about the delay. That
Yep,
was
yep.
100% my fault, but better late than never. All right, so this is Richonners Discuss The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 15, The Calm Before ... I bet they're like, we're going to be so clever. It's going to be The Calm Before, and then it's going to be The Storm.
We
Get
broke
it?
the code. We broke the code.
I feel like they spent a lot of time patting themselves on the back for things. So
Yeah, things I shouldn't.
Right.
no. So um I knew what was gonna happen because I'm a spoiler junkie. I knew who was gonna die.
Oh.
I always look. I wish I hadn't.
Right.
I wish I had surprised myself because I think would have been. But
Wouldn't
so
change anything.
we lost.
I
Yeah, we
cried
lost.
so hard.
You
Oh
did?
my God.
About what?
Ash, you can lose a tone right now. When Carol was walking up to that pike, I was like, don't do it. Just don't do it. It was so
I think I was more sad for the other people than I was necessarily for the people we lost.
right.
And I am 100% a hypocrite because and Tara's been getting on my nerves. I couldn't wait for her to die.
Right.
But then I was sad. I didn't expect it to be so. I was like, damn, I didn't want her to go like that. I just wanted her to like move away or something.
So in a
Can't relate.
sense, you stop it. In a sense, you could say everybody except for Ashley because she's on a tangent right now. But they
She's
were
been
saying basically they
through a lot,
gave Tara like meaningful parts and that she actually redeemed herself. So that's why some people have like mixed
Where?
feelings. I don't know. I think it's when she was telling like that scene with Gabe when she was like, well, I want to be here for my people. I was like, oh, she's a leader. No, don't kill her. Don't do it. Because I had heard about Tara too, but I heard about Tara and Rosita. And then when I saw everyone had on the black shirts, I was like, that sort of I had a confirmation bias. When I saw everyone with black shirts, I was like, Diane is gone. Rosita and Father Gabe is gone. So there was definitely an element of
I didn't
surprise
notice
for
black.
me. But man, like I said, it broke me a little bit. I did cry like, Carol, oh my God, she's lost her son. Oh my God.
I felt bad for Carol.
And I just knew Father,
I felt bad
not
for
Father, I
Carol.
just knew King Ezekiel was dead. I was like, this dude is super dead. And he wasn't. I was like, what?
Not just dead, he's super dead. But like I knew it wasn't Ezekiel because like I said, what's the spoiler?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The one thing I didn't see the final spoilers because I didn't think I would be like I wanted to be a little bit surprised. So I heard about a bunch of people like months ago, and that's who it actually ended up being. So there was no point in me skipping spoilers.
Right.
So, I was hoping there would be some kind of surprise so I could have some sort of emotion, but it was all these people I don't care about, and like Tara's the only one I really know. Like Enid kind of, but we barely got to know her either.
No
So
more
it's
JSS.
like, yeah, she didn't survive this one. It was just like
I was over JSS. I'm like, okay, that's
But you know what made me mad about it? And I'm gonna try to not be so trusting. From this point on, anyone that moves to LA, I don't care what the hell you say, you're about to die. I'm tired of these lies. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Because that's the one spoiler I did here. I was like, oh.
But most of them already live in LA. Like the kids didn't because, they're from Atlanta.
Okay.
But the rest of these people didn't live in Atlanta already. So they probably.
Oh, so it shouldn't have been a clue then. Okay. I was like, that is another time I fell for it. Dang it.
Yeah, I think it's just Chandler and Caitlin. And I guess like Lydia probably is from Atlanta.
Well, there was a theory, I wasn't trying to be funny, that Angel Theory, who plays Kelly, had either moved away or there was something going on where she was leaving. So I know that some people for a while there till the
You broke up what?
Came out thought that maybe she happened.
This is not my computer. It's Vicky. thought I was like dying here. Okay, sorry.
The Angel Theory, the actress that plays Kelly, she was moving away, so a lot of people thought it was her. I'm so glad that none of them died.
I'm not like why?
What? Okay, what?
Still on the ground.
Who plays Kelly?
Angel Theory, that's her name. It sounds like a band name.
Her. Okay.
Yeah. No, one thing that obviously they played it pretty freaking safe,
right?
For the most part. Yeah. I watched a lot of reaction videos today.
Right.
And it was generally people like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And I heard the same thing every time. Who's that?
Yep.
Who's that guy? They all said the same thing. They're like,
yeah.
Is that? Oh, DJ. Yeah, there's that guy. And they didn't know who the hell these people were. The second guy.
Still don't know.
Right.
I didn't know who he was.
Right.
And I had to look it up, and I still don't know who.
Like honestly, most of those people. Besides, when it got to Tammy Rose, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, exactly. You finally it started from cold and finally got warm. Like I don't know him. I don't know him. I saw him in 2 scenes, but then it just goes to show how they are not good at juggling their characters and interweaving, themes. Because even the start of it with the girl making the coin.
Oh my God!
Happy anniversary! I was like, first of all, he should be telling you happy anniversary. I'm a little mad that you have to keep on reminding him. And then why you keep on having to give this man gifts? What's the problem, sister?
I was confused about that. Like, was that like a flashback and then a flash forward? Was this all on the same day?
Right. I mean, that's the whole point.
You like Tammy and Earl at first, and I'm like, they're not young enough.
Exactly. They could have low key had them in the background the whole season. Though. That's my thing. It's little things that really could add up, as opposed to both introducing them and killing them off in the 5-minute cold opening. Really?
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's
how we doing this. Okay.
Like I don't care at all.
I can't get it. It's like I don't know you. I'm sure you're lovely people, but I don't know you, and I don't have time to know you.
Happy
I've got enough things going
on. Okay. Thank you.
I was super confused.
You need to make more of these coins. I was like, oh, does she?
And what were the coins
for? Is it hope? Oh, for hope. Remember hope? I was like, oh,
I lost hope a long time ago. I don't remember hope.
Hope coins. Okay.
That's dumb.
It
was.
That's using good
a lot of foolery. It was
Goodwood. Could use that.
Okay. Is this your new money? I guess.
It did look like that.
It was so confusing.
It takes too much damn time to carve an H.
It was a lot. Like my circadian rhythms to be off. It was light. It was dark. It was dawn. It was midnight. I was like, what the hell is going on? Is someone blind? Because I heard when you blind, your circadian rhythms are off. But how you go from afternoon to midnight to dawn back to? I'm like,
because it's The Walking Dead.
I'm like,
they don't know.
Y'all need to really look up the word seamless and work on that. That needs to be a goal. Y'all need to work on that.
I think I might have an impersonation.
Oh, I got one for you, baby. Let me know when you're ready, because I do have one tonight.
You have one? I have one too. I have one too.
I may even have 2 or 3, but I at least got the one that I thought about. Like, you know what? I'm pulling this one out on them tonight.
All right, go ahead.
You want me to do mine first?
Do one of them.
Just somebody do something.
Okay. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. You know I got to get ready.
He's got to get dressed. See, I don't have the props and stuff.
Hold on. I don't have a daughter. She was weak. You gotta keep her safe. I don't have a daughter.
Where did you get this hat?
I love it. Mine was going to be something similar, but it wasn't. I was like, I wish I'd found a hat. It was just something like, hi, I'm Debbie. It's gonna be a cold winter. Looks at the screen like she's on The Office.
No, when I went to bed, I didn't think about anything. Like it was like night, game over. Wake up in the morning, I'm like, hold on, I think I have a hat in the closet. I think I have a son head.
Oh my God.
And that's what led to it. I was like, I do good when I get a little sleep, don't I? Because I was like,
Well, she's
she
just
was
like,
just too much. She was
yeah,
just
you
too
can
much.
call me Debbie, and I'm totally normal. Isn't it weird, Michonne
It's
came?
gonna be cold. Oh, okay.
It's getting to be sweater weather. I'm like, that was a hint, Ezekiel, and something was off.
She was over the top last night again.
It was too.
Once
But you know what?
again.
What's weird is finally for me, she sounded like Ruby from Max and Ruby. I hadn't really heard it much before, but I heard it last night. I'm like, oh God.
Okay. My second impersonation. Oh, I'm gonna space them out. I'm gonna pace myself. Just let me know when y'all ready for the next one. Not now. Just gonna go. But let me know when you're ready for the next one.
I need some structure. Well, like I said, I think I felt worse for the people who lost people. I don't really even know.
Right.
Alden, Aiden, all these, whatever his name is.
Right. Right.
But I know he's gonna be. I did feel bad for Enid. There were times that she annoyed the crap out of me, but
right.
I feel like they didn't just. I mean, that's just harsh.
It was really harsh
way to go. I'm glad we didn't have to see it.
Right.
I thought they were going to show it, and I'm glad we didn't have to see it.
Right.
Tara's hair, that's going to sound weird, but even on the pike, Tara's hair looked amazing.
It was cute.
Even decapitated, your hair looks really cute. I'm weird.
But her hair was cute this season. I liked it this season. Yeah. I did too.
I liked the scenery. I liked the overcast sky. I liked the wind coming from behind and blowing the hair. I did like, obviously, that they animated the heads, and I didn't expect anything less. I wish they'd been a little more animated. Maybe, obviously, not all of them. That's too much.
Right.
But I would have, for the people that we're, in theory, more attached to, I wish they'd put a little more emphasis on the moving, on the growling.
Right.
Just to really turn the knife and stuff like that. Because Tara didn't, I mean, you could tell, obviously, she was dead. You know, she's got dark brown eyes and her eyes are blue because that's what happens.
Right.
That's what happens when they turn into walkers. And that's what happens when people die in real life. No matter what color their eyes are, they turn into a milky blue. So they're pretty accurate on that. Don't ask me how I know that.
Okay. Deep, Vicky, you have layers.
I'm a very morbid person. I am very interested in death and pathology and things of that nature, and I'm just a weirdo. So I look up stuff like that.
You're amongst family. That's fine.
Yeah, but she almost looked more disappointed than decapitated. Like
maybe she was.
He was just kind of like, and I'm like, she still looked alive.
Right.
Enid did not look alive, but Tara kind of still looked alive. I guess I expected her to just like crack a smile.
I'm sort of curious as to how they were able to isolate these people amongst the crowd like that, but yeah, I guess that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, with the right settings, I guess you could, but I'm gonna say this, and again, this is me being selfish. I'm okay with not knowing 5 of the Pikes because Jerry Bear was saved. So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. But I really thought King Ezekiel was going to be up there. So I was like, I don't see dreadlocks. When they were looking at him from a distance, I'm like, I don't think I see dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm. Ash, were you going to say something?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, I feel like they should have played it less safe. I feel like they should have the impact to be stronger. Like the second highwayman, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's that guy, highwayman." They didn't know what the fuck he was.
Exactly, Alec. I found that out this morning.
And you know what? Exactly. I feel bad because he was the only one whose head wasn't on straight.
Right. His head was heavy though, so that's why his is tilted over a little bit.
I guess it almost looked funny because he was just like, I'm like, how come his head is leaning? Make an effort, guys. Come on.
I didn't know they were going to take out the babies though. I was like, y'all taking out teenagers? Judith better be careful, baby, because they taking out babies around here.
They took out Daria
and the other one.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I did not really know the kids.
Right.
I had seen them. I'd heard them talk to each other, but I was not emotionally involved.
Right. We don't even know who their parents are. That's the sad part about it. Like, who are these kids?
Like they could have taken out Diane, and it would have had more of an impact than these kids.
Right. And I thought
know.
she had on
I
the
thought
black
they were
shirt.
going to
I
take
thought
her
she
out
was
at first. I was
gone.
kind of
That's why I'm like,
surprised.
ooh.
I don't know why they didn't. Like, at least give me somebody whose name I know.
Exactly.
I heard all their names on Talking Dead last night, and I still don't know who they are.
Yep. Yep,
I
that's
think
it.
it's the same thing. Honestly, I think it's the same thing with Game of Thrones. It for whatever reason they like to try. Not this part is not Game of Thrones where they remix it, but the part that Game of Thrones, like they kept Cersei. Sometimes you like to keep people just because they may not have the best character, whatever, but at least people know them.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
But
Hold
it
on.
was
Hold
weak
on.
though.
Are you saying that Cersei should have died?
I thought she should have died last season, But when they kept her, I was like, okay, I can see
She's the main villain. What are you
She's
talking
formidable.
about?
She's formidable. I honestly, I sort of thought they were going to concentrate solely on the White Walkers. So having her still be alive, I was like, oh. It took me a couple of days to think it through. I was like, okay, well, at least we know what her part in this could be.
I mean, Cersei is like a season 1 person. I'm not expecting her to go. I expect her to be the last to go. But
Right.
like all these people on The Walking Dead that have been, I know they only
one season. I mean, one episode. I got you.
No, I mean, I don't care. Like somebody from season 5, season 4, 5, 6, they should be gone. Like it should have been a combination of like,
Father
I don't
Gabe.
want Jerry to die, but Jerry, Ezekiel, Gabriel, Rosita, Eugene, Aaron, like people we actually care about. It was just Tara, who I don't care about, but I get that some people do.
Right.
And she's a long-term character. Like it should have been at least 2 more of those. If you want us to have the big like red wedding feel that they were trying to compare it to. This is just a bunch of no-name people. And I'm like, this is dumb. I didn't feel anything.
I agree with that. But what I console myself with is more than likely they're gonna probably be the first to die, because I like the fact that they reminded Tara that she should have died a long time ago. That was like, thank you guys for reminding her of that. That was hot.
You know what I kept thinking all day long today? For some reason, I know it was people we didn't know, but it just kind of stuck with me, because even though we knew it was going to happen, just seeing it was so freaking brutal. And of course, we've seen stuff before, but it stuck with me. And I kept thinking about Too Far Gone, and I kept seeing Tara going around, goes, they cut the guy's head off with a sword. And I wanted to be like, dude, you didn't even know.
Right.
That was going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so freaked out by the decapitation of Herschel. I'm like, ooh.
See, now that got me. Ooh, I still get
right. That destroyed me.
Oh,
so do you think in retrospect now that we should have gave Lydia back?
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like Lydia.
I'm like, I'm surprised. Give her back. Even Dara was like, she's a good kid. Oh no, that's a preview for next week. But I was like, okay, she's already in the gang. Okay.
I like. Maybe I like the actress. I think she's really good, especially for her age.
Yes.
You know, the way her scenes with her mom seem to always
they're
be pretty
real.
good.
They seem grounded.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a kid acting. Like Henry was terrible. This girl, I don't know her name, but I like her a lot.
I don't know her name either. I used to.
New Lori.
Yeah, little Lori.
Yeah,
that's not Judith though.
She's definitely doing a good job.
Right.
And
so I was like, in retrospect, we should have gave her back a long time ago. Oops.
As we were this is kind of off topic, since you mentioned the preview for next week. I'm gonna just do a really very brief rant.
Okay.
Into the Badlands.
Oh my God.
To make us watch it just to get the commercial, get the trailer.
I took my ass to bed. I'm like, you know what? I am petty enough that Into the Badlands could be an amazing show that could change my life. But the fact that you're pushing it so damn hard, I'm not going to watch it out of spite.
Which I don't understand, because this is the last season. Like, you canceled it. Why are you making us watch it now?
Desperate. When I put on Facebook, I said desperation is not attractive.
Right.
I was
not the first time they did that though. They were doing that with that show a while, throughout. So
they do that with all the shows. Walking Dead is not, especially without Breaking Bad and Mad
Fear,
Men.
all of them.
Walking
We're
Dead
gonna
is
make you watch this.
yeah, it's their last cash cow, and
Right.
it's
Sure,
getting
only.
pretty old and not giving milk much anymore. So they're trying so hard. It's like one of these days we're going to throw one of these shows and it's going to stick. But the fact that we couldn't even watch the scenes for next week without watching part of Into the Badlands, the fact that we, this was I know Talking Dead, we go off on about time, but this would have been a good episode to have Talking Dead for.
Right.
And in the fact that you can have Talking Dead. This is a momentous thing. This happened. First watch Into the Badlands. No.
Right.
I'm not doing it. It pissed me
And
off.
do they know that we have DVRs? Like, we don't have to watch your dumb show.
Right.
Some DVRs work properly. Mine did not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. Well, I don't know about anybody, but a lot of people didn't.
Yeah,
so I recorded Into the Badlands just in case. But
yeah, whatever. I thought it was going to be longer, but I didn't know it was going to be that longer. And then it stopped at like 10:03, and I'm like, but the Pikes. And so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm watching it on my phone, so I try to go to the TV, and it's like for DirecTV on there, and it's like put in your password and email. I'm like, I ain't got
exactly.
Don't have time for this crap.
Exactly.
So Steve, my husband, he tried to fix it, and I'm in the bedroom doing something, and he's like, "Oh, I think it's that Into the Badlands show." I'm like, "Why do you think that?" He goes, "Well, there's people's heads on pikes." I'm like, "God damn it!" I'm like, "What? You've never even seen that show? Why do you think that that's Into the Badlands?" So anyway, I was a mess, and I was like annoyed. He fixed it for me, and he got it to record, and I got it, and I got to watch it, and I got Talking Dead and all that kind of stuff. Because I was like, what is this?
I was confused because I saw a bunch of articles that said it was going to be an extra 25 minutes, and I kept looking at my DVR like, this says 10:03.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be longer, but I never saw an exact number.
Right.
And we don't have like satellite anymore. We've got Roku's thing, and so it's not as easy for me to just go, because I'm dumb. It's not as easy for me to just go in there and do stuff. I've got to go apps and all this kind of crap. But I shouldn't have to record Into the Badlands just so I could see the last
Exactly.
part.
Exactly.
It's TV. It shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah, I mean, you would think.
I think the reason it was messed up is because of they did. I don't know. Who knows? Mm-hmm. It was just weird. Like, that was the wrong episode to make that mistake on.
Oh, for sure.
Right, and the fact that there were some complaints that it didn't have to be over an hour. Like, they could have taken out the happy anniversary sequence.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it was a little fat trimming that could have been done.
There definitely was.
I still don't understand the point of that scene. She could have stolen anybody's hair. It could have been somebody we know, first of all. Like, I just did not understand. There's so many weird choices about this episode when it could have been a lot better. Like, I see a lot of people like raving about it, and I'm like, I guess. Right. But it could have been a lot better to me.
I think a lot of it is that they're comparing it to what we've had, which has been really rough, really bad. So anything that's modicumly, like, I can't say anything that's moderately better,
different is praised.
Well, it's not, but it's better than what we've had. So yay!
I just want to know who in Oceanside pissed on somebody, because I'm like, y'all talk about them, but y'all only bring one to the party. What is the problem?
There was only one Oceanside person.
Yeah, Rachel, the little bad.
But she was the leader. She's the leader. I feel like they just didn't feel like casting all those people.
They probably don't remember who the Oceanside people are, just like we don't remember who the Oceanside people are.
What in the world?
They picked the one person that they thought people would recognize or remember.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen that episode. I don't know anything about Oceanside other than all their men were killed.
Right.
And I don't. And I don't really care to know. I have no interest.
Clearly, we didn't.
Right. You're not missing much. They didn't even bring them back. They brought one person, one delegate. I was like, what kind of community? Okay.
Maybe they're all dead.
That could be.
Been 6 years.
Some of them remember, yeah.
It was a lot of people missing. Like, did we see Aaron last night? Because I don't think I saw him.
No, and you know what?
Scott. And they were the main
I think
ones
Scott
that
is
would
dead.
think.
Have we seen him since the time jump?
No.
No.
I think he's gone. Because I know he's working on the show with Sonequa, so he's not on.
Oh, he is?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Scott.
I was like, Scott made it. My goodness.
I was really
he's gonna
surprised.
be upset about Frankie, but okay.
And that's
Although I did think he was in 906, but he hasn't been on since then.
But not since the.
Maybe I was just mistaken.
Right.
That's another thing with bringing up Frankie. It's just like
random chick
know
number
who
3.
He is kind of.
Right.
One
of Negan's wives that married Scott and had a baby that was part of the Children of the Corn.
But he was too old to be a baby.
Yeah, it's not.
Wait, she had a
baby. Yeah, she had a child.
Where did the kid go?
I don't know where the kid went, but when Michonne came back, the kid ran right to her, and that when Michonne was walking up to Jocelyn's
that was Marcus,
house,
right?
That was, I want to say it was more. The name was Marcus. Scott and Frankie were walking side by side, so I just naturally assumed they're a couple. I don't know.
I assumed that too. I was not sure about the kid. I was like, maybe he's just like adopted, like Henry or whatever. I was confused.
It's kind of like, who knows at this point? It's just random children.
Yeah. But whatever. They don't care, so why should we?
I feel like the main reason they chose some was because they have long hair that would look good while it's blowing in the wind.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. But the music, I really liked the music. I liked the ambiance, but it almost seemed silly with like, I don't know who you are.
Right. Like Michonne was looking like
why are you crying, girl? Why are you crying?
Like, I know you don't know half these people.
But see, DJ used to ride with her though. So I was like, DJ was a ride or die. I was like, DJ,
he died.
I don't know. He died. No more riding. Oh my god.
But like Yumiko's like, oh my god, Highwayman #2. I loved him so
exactly. The only one she knows is maybe the kids and Terrible. But okay.
She's ahead on the pike. You're still calling her Terrible.
I mean, I'm just trying to be consistent over here.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I like consistent. I like structure. I'm okay with that.
Are we okay with why Sadiq was the sole survivor? Like,
he betrayed them.
He did.
I am 100% sure.
He did.
Why do y'all keep saying that? Is this something that y'all know by spoilers, or what impression are you getting?
I don't know if it's been confirmed yet. I didn't read any spoilers for this week.
Right.
But it was speculated last week before the episode aired. And then when he was on Talking Dead, someone straight up asked him, and he was so terrible at answering and trying to deny it. I was like, you traitor.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I don't know the details.
I was defending him.
And now that I kind of know, I don't know all the details, but yeah, that happened. And now that I knew that while he was making a speech, it looked so disingenuous. It sounded so freaking fake, and I'm just like
cardboard. Yeah,
I rooted for you. They should have. With your pretty eyes and your cuteness.
Someone said that they didn't blame him for the delivery, that whoever the director was should have made him do different takes, because the one that they wind up putting for viewing, it seems so far removed and it cardboard like. And I was like, I can understand that, because I guess since it wasn't about Rosita, maybe he didn't know these people like that. But it was like, I don't know, like he was a little distant as he explained it. And then he lied, because he was like, he said that Alpha said, tell them. I was like, she wouldn't have said it. She would have said, tell them. That's what she would have said. So you lied. She didn't say that, sir.
Oh my god.
It just seemed really, really fake. It just seemed, it's like somebody that did something wrong and then just made up
Right.
a villain who, that person came and broke in my house. And just and blamed it on somebody else. That's a bad analogy, but it just seemed really fake. And
you didn't believe it.
I don't know what to think, because part of it I think is on him, because it was just not like, because I don't think he did it like maliciously. I don't think he betrayed him because he's an evil person. He probably did it to save his own life, and he probably feels bad about that. I don't think he would have stuck around if he didn't. But like, I don't know. It was a weird speech, and it was long. The delivery was strange. But maybe part of it is supposed to be because he's a traitor.
A weirdo. I don't think he's a traitor. Now, I'll be honest. I don't think he's a traitor, but I'll wait. I'm sure they'll reveal it if that's what's going on.
Well,
I'm not saying it's like he's a secret traitor. I think that's going to be in the next.
But it's nothing that they showed us from yesterday's episode that would make me think he traded anything. So
that's fine. You'll see.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because when it happens next week, I'm like, I don't know for sure, but it's going to happen next week because come on.
They can't.
People are going to watch and be like, oh my God. I'm going to be like,
I'm going to be upset.
I like Siddiq. I wanted to, but now I'm just, but yeah, it was to save his life, because maybe they threatened Rosita. I mean, they don't know if she's pregnant. I don't know. I don't know what the Whisperers know.
Right.
They apparently know more than I thought they did.
Well, yeah, she was inside the fair all day. Yeah, so she listened in. So that's sort of why I thought that was just a fan theory, but I mean, I'm assuming it's something to substantiate it that's out in the fandom. I just haven't read it, so that's why I still was holding on to maybe it was just us being a little confused. But if next episode they reveal his betrayal, I mean, it's not like I'm going to say it didn't happen. I'm just saying based on the episode last night, there was no indication of any betrayal.
I don't think we're supposed to know yet. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that speculation from spoiler sites. At the time that I read them, that was a speculation.
Okay.
I didn't read anything further this week, so I don't know if it's confirmed. I'm just saying that was a speculation, and his answer on Talking Dead gave it away for me. Like, that's what's going to be revealed next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and even if I hadn't heard that rumor, like we said, the speech was just so awkward and weird.
It was awkward.
Like, what's wrong with you? You know what you're not saying. And the blood on his face when Michonne found him, part of me is like, is it his? There were some people speculating. I don't think this necessarily happened, but there were some people speculating that maybe Alpha made him participate. I can't imagine that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everybody's just spitballing stuff. I hope that's not the case, but like kind of like with Rick and Carl's arm, with Negan.
Right.
I hope that's not the case, but it was just blood smeared on his face. It didn't look like he was wounded or anything. And it almost seemed to me that like he had already seen everything with the Pikes. Because when Michonne was up there and she was like looking out in horror, he was like, oh my God, this is brand new information. I'm so suspicious.
I think your like feelings about him have colored your.
They absolutely 100% have, and I know it.
I did not get that at all.
I can't. Even if he turns out to be completely innocent, I'm going to side eye him forever. I'm seeing things that are there. I know that. I know I'm reaching.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just like watching you, Siddiq. Trusted you.
I was like, the one decision that Henry made to go look at the pipes could have been the one decision that could have saved his life if he would have just hung out with Lydia a little bit longer. I'm like, that's so bad. But
not that I want to keep belaboring this, but I am kind of hoping that maybe they give us a little bit more information about how they got everybody. We're not going to. I think they've wrapped this all up, and that's the end of it.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like the next episode moves forward like several days, if not weeks.
Right.
Yeah. But it just seems.
I think it's longer than that because someone said. I think it's longer than that. Someone mentioned time jump or skip because there's a picture they have where Rosita has a visible baby bump. So
really?
They're saying more time has passed than what we would naturally assume.
That picture with her covered in clothes.
Yeah. The one where she's in the cabin with
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it, but that's what I heard. I was like, oh, okay, so that because
I
she
have
was
no
obviously not, she was obviously not showing yesterday. So if she's showing, then yeah, that would be a time skip.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay that much attention. I glanced at it and I was like, she's wearing too many clothes for me to tell. But I'll look again.
Are y'all ready for them to let Negan go? Because that's what everybody else is talking about. I'm like,
fuck it, mine as well at this point.
Okay.
Right? Just do what you need to do, please.
Let him out so Michonne can grab her children and she can go do her thing.
Right.
Leave it to him. I don't care anymore. I just want to be free. I want Michonne to be free.
Do y'all think that because Michonne knew that she was gonna leave, that may be why they held back on killing like who we thought, like Rosita and Father Gabe?
Oh,
y'all think that had something to do with it? Maybe not to get rid of so many characters, knowing that we only had a few more episodes with her.
I absolutely think that. Yeah, they're running out of people.
Right. I don't know if they knew.
You don't think they?
I mean, I feel like they should have, but I don't know when they knew that she was not going to return for more than a few episodes. Like, the news didn't get to us until recently.
Right.
The whole thing with Maggie tells me they don't seem to write the shows ahead of time with that in mind.
Right.
So it's really hard to tell whether they knew that when they wrote this episode.
Right.
I was so disappointed, and I saw online a lot of other people they have everybody, you know where I'm going, everybody's signing the charter. Michonne has a pen. I'm like, she's going to write Michonne Grimes. Oh my God. And then she hands him the pen. I'm like,
what? Really? No, when Carol wrote Queen, I said, really, girl? Really?
Well, I knew she wasn't going to write Carol Peltier.
Yeah, I guess. You know, that's her name. But
I'm like, this would have, write Michonne Grimes. Just give us one little thing. Just give us that.
We have nothing. Well, that's not true. We have a whole baby, and Rick's not dead. But I just wanted it.
Would have been very nice.
It would have. And the fact that she made the charter and didn't even get to sign it just pissed me off so much.
And then Tara's like, okay with, I stole it. I was like, disrespectful cow.
Right.
Disrespectful.
It's almost like she should be punished. Oh, wait.
I stole it. Is what I did. What? See, that took away from my care of her dying right there. She had to remind us where she came from, and she was disrespectful.
Telling Michonne, oh yeah, I broke into your house and stole your work.
And then they had Michonne like apologizing to them. I hated it all so much.
Scallywags.
Carpetbaggers.
and then when Father Gabe was like, well, I've already asked around, I was like, the council. I was like, oh, this man here. He act like he the boss or something. He must know he gonna be around in season 10 or something.
Right.
I'm like,
that was my feeling. I was like,
much.
Michonne decided not to sign because she knows she's leaving these dumbasses. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because that's the only way I can accept that she would sign her own charter.
Yeah, they didn't make any. I don't understand that. That didn't make any sense.
Right.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Unless I don't know if they even have the forethought to think, oh, we're gonna tease with the whole Michonne Grimes thing. Because I don't think they're that clever.
They gave up the ghost on that. Yeah. They already know spoilers gonna get them, so they might as well do with Rick. She has her last 3 episodes, her last 8 episodes. Like, okay.
Now I wonder if they're gonna do that same thing with her that they did with him, like Michonne's last 4.5 episodes. Like, don't do that. Just don't. We're gonna know when she goes. I mean, obviously, I want her to have a good send off. I want her to have the respect. For once, the respect and the attention that she deserves. But that was just painful. That was just like, stop.
It was like she was conceited. She was like, not conceding, but it was like she was taken away from her forethought in the first place. And she was like, well, I was just trying to protect my kids. I was like, you don't have to justify yourself in front of these folks,
exactly.
Girl.
Any explanation.
Just stand there in your truth and be done with it. What are you doing, Michonne? And then Tara came up. I was like, can we move? Can we fast forward through this, please?
Yeah, I was like excited, not
In one of the
excited.
Richonners groups I'm in,
I didn't
there
read the
was a
spoilers, so I was ready to watch the episode and enjoy whatever happened. And then that scene happened, and I was like, you know what, fuck all this.
Right.
One thing that I read today that somebody made a good point. They're like, okay, so everybody craps on Michonne because she was just doing what she could for her people, but Tara says the same thing and crickets.
Maggie started the season that way. It's like that was what the whole fight was about. In the first half, oh my god, it's so frustrating. Everybody gets to do what they want except Michonne.
And I just thought when you said it last week, I listened to what you were saying, but I wasn't able to like it made sense of the first scenes to understand it when you were talking about Carol not visiting Judith, and then started talking about communication amongst the communities. I was like, this was overlooked in such an egregious way. This is like definitely a plot hole. Like, how do you not visit people for 6 years just because what? She was protecting her kids from the children of the corn,
right?
And y'all not even if you don't want to be all up in your people's face, you can call them. So why wouldn't you already have a phone or a walkie-talkie or some kind of communication set up? I was like, y'all can't explain it. I should have done better than this.
Yeah, it's like everybody gave up because Michonne did, and that's just a lot to put on her back after she was pregnant and attacked, and her daughter stole
and grieving.
And grieving, yes,
that's too much.
It's too much.
So Carol didn't really recognize Judith at first, but she knows about RJ. I'm trying to jive how that.
It makes no sense.
Went. Yeah.
And who are you, sweetie? Are you my Aunt Carol? I used to draw pictures.
Like, honestly, what other little white girl was carrying around? Like, what is she talking about? Judith? Who else would it be? Oh my
goodness!
Was Judith wearing the hat?
Yes.
Yeah. It was.
It could literally be no one else.
It could be no one else, but especially if she was wearing Carl's hat. Holy crap! Who else was it going to be?
Just like too much. Sword on her back and everything.
I draw pictures of you and the king every night. Okay.
Really? Yeah.
She didn't exactly say that, but
saying it was the dialogue wasn't cute. The storyline was straight trash. Like, y'all could have done better than that. I'm just sorry to say, but no, thank you. That they
you're cutting in and out. But I mean, we can't really be surprised at this point. This is just how it is. And
you know what though? I am a little bit surprised that Michonne's story went so bad in my eyes, because the one thing that I could give Angela Kang before this is that, like, she's written a lot of stuff I don't agree with, but she's had some good material for Michonne, and I was excited to see what she gave her. And the season started off well, and then it went downhill like as soon as Rick was gone. And I'm like, why did this have to happen this way? We could have done so much better with just a little bit more thought.
Just a little bit. Or a lot of it. I don't know.
I feel like have y'all made it better with I feel like they bank on one thing, like Negan. They put everything on Negan and it didn't work. They put everything on the Whisperers. Like you've got a whole ensemble. You've got iconic characters that are so beloved. Everybody needs attention, or at least those specific characters need attention. Michonne is an enormously popular character. Why is she just kind of being left aside?
Well, I think they did okay with what because they have way too many characters, and I think they tried to give Michonne a story, but the one they gave her was terrible. It was violent and it was just it was fucked up, and I don't understand why that was what they gave her. It was really disappointing, because like that's something I'd expect of Scott Gimple, honestly, but Angela should have known better.
Yeah. Just as a woman, as a supposed fan of this character, as a mother, as a person of color,
I
feel like these are things that she should have thought about. And it goes back to how much input do they have from Black writers? Are there Black writers? And if there aren't as many white or Black women writers, do they have any?
There's one. And then they had the guest writer that came in
Right.
and had you talking to Michonne crazy. So
Because I feel like if they open things up to more like focus groups, even if there's something, they say, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't going to be a great idea. And here's why. And there's no guarantee they would listen, but if they give it a shot, because they do a lot of things that it's just like, why would you think that's okay?
Right.
And what, like Michelle, like I've seen a lot of it on Tumblr and Twitter last couple,
right.
Last week is she is always brutalized. She's always beat up, and yeah, the other people get in fights. She's beat up like a damn man.
Yeah.
All the time. And I don't know if it goes back to the strong Black woman trope, and they just think that she can take it. I don't get it. I don't know why.
Like I said, just a little bit more thought would go a long way.
Oh yeah.
Just a completely, like, if you had just, I feel, even if Jocelyn came in and took Judith and she wanted, like someone suggested she also wanted Michonne's baby, so she was going to keep Michonne as well until she gave birth, and Michonne found a way to get away. Like, it's still the same story. It still gives Michonne that intense fear of other people without her having to be beat up while pregnant. Like, she would just be able to outsmart her.
And Daryl hiding in the back until she
and
finishes.
Daryl doing nothing. Yeah.
Right.
He didn't even need to be there.
Were you just watching through the window? What were you doing all this time?
So
he literally came out when she was done. I hate him so much.
Did y'all hear about the GoFundMe?
No.
They have a AMC has a GoFundMe for their CGI because last night they acted a damn fool. They need help.
You gotta be joking. That is not
I
true.
am joking, but I'm just saying. If they do, I may go and put $10 on it because guess what? Y'all need help.
They get no more of my money. I got my shirts. I got my action figures.
That's what it says.
I'm like,
no.
They did better. They did better in season. What was the season when they were going into Alexandria? They had a lot of walkers then, and it looked better than last night.
Oh, you mean the little pit?
Yeah. This show mega herd, and it looked fuzzy. Like, I cleaned my glasses twice. What the hell? What's the
because
problem?
you know what they do, and Greg Nicotero has shown us on there before. They'll make like 30 walkers or something, and then they copy and paste them, and like put them behind so it looks like there's a lot.
So
of
this is a sloppy cut and paste job.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure. If you look, there's probably like, oh, there's that walker. Oh, there's the same walker. Oh, there's the same walker. I can't believe they actually put that on. Like, you guys look tacky. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, but don't tell people you're doing it.
Wow.
This isn't something to be proud of. Because obviously they don't want to make up so many people.
I just thought about something.
Time intensive.
That's why Lydia should have been given back. Because she didn't tell Daryl about that damn mega herd. See? Gone. You need to be gone. There you go. You do all this extra talking. When they had the episode, the choke point, he asked her about the people. That was the perfect time for you to say, well, they got like 1,000 walkers. They just herding in a valley. That should have been a surprise, Lydia. What's the problem? So Lydia should be gone.
I don't think
her amnesty taken away. Amnesty revoked.
I can't find an excuse for that.
Because now she's Daryl's daughter.
Okay.
That's what's happening, right? I was like, what? Daryl has a kid now? Okay, sure. Why not?
Well, maybe he'll end up with a wife. That's not Carol. Obviously.
You know what? Last night was the first time I was like, maybe they are trying to put Daryl and Connie together. Mm-hmm. Like, he was trying to look at her like, Rick looks at Michonne.
Well, he was looking at her, the fact that he trusted her with dog, and I was like, oh my God, he learned some sign language. He's trying.
I figured that it worked either way. Because even if Donnie doesn't work because of Daryl, Donnie works because of Dog. I was like, that's cool, man.
Dogs do
Donnie,
make everything better.
it's
Can we?
hashtag Donnie either way. Cool.
All right, let's not ship a black woman with a dog.
That's not
For companionship.
Okay.
She's gonna be the one feeding them. Who knows when Daryl's coming back? Oh, you know when they're gonna come back.
Well,
when they have the herd, they may split them up when they have the herd situation going on.
but yeah, it's making me. It's not making me like Daryl, but it's making me.
You're getting soft. Just say it, Vicky. You're getting soft.
I don't want to, and I don't. I used to like him up before the Beth nonsense.
Right.
He was okay, and then after that, it's all. I don't like My Chemical Romance Daryl with the hair in front of his face and he's like burning himself with a cigarette. No.
Right.
I'm not into that.
Right.
So if they do get together, I just pray that that they don't use Connie as
oh yeah.
Lord,
you said man pain.
Torture porn for Daryl, because enough of that. She's an excellent character. She's got good weaponry skills. She's charismatic. I like her, and the fact that I'm watching her sign and just write notes, and I still like it. I'm still
You're
I'm
still invested in it. You didn't give up on it
because I have no attention span, so I'm really surprised that I just really like her. I really like her, and I hope she sticks around, and I hope she doesn't become like Daryl's an excuse for Daryl to cry ugly.
Right.
I will never know because I'll be gone soon as Richonners.
I know.
Good point. Good point.
I don't think I'm gonna watch. I'll still look up stuff on Tumblr and stuff like that. But once Michonne's gone, yeah, I don't keep watching.
I just want to know when these movies are coming out.
Yeah, I probably.
That's the only reason I watch.
I won't be right. Mm-hmm. And then they'll make you watch it. Like in order to see the preview, you have to watch whatever the next show they're trying to push. It'll probably be Fear at this point because that's the only thing that's left. Fear is coming back, I'm sure. So they'll be pushing us on Fear or Fear on us. Fear on us.
They do this all the time. Was that Halt and Catch Fire and I don't know if Preacher's still on the air or not, but they were doing that with Preacher. They don't learn. They just do the same crap over and over again.
Does it work? Like
no.
What? But my question,
idea.
I guess, is do they get credit if somebody watches the first 20 minutes of a show? That has
that's a good question.
That may be what it is.
Because otherwise, how stupid.
They're probably like, well, people are like, well, I've already watched this far. I may as well keep watching it.
Yeah. Do they know we have remote controls? We can still change the channel, dude. We do it all the time.
I know we talked about this last week, but there's so many options for TV shows. You got to get them and you got to hold on to them or they're gone.
Right.
There's so many places. There's so much stuff to watch. And yeah. Don't try to force me to watch.
Right. But you can't trick us into watching your show.
No.
It's ridiculous.
It's not a smart strategy when providing a decent story would do more than that.
Right. Yeah. Do what you did in the beginning. But
there's not that many people left watching the show. You might not want to piss them off.
Right. Someone said that they heard The Walking Dead was trending last night. I didn't confirm, but I was like, oh, okay. The Pike.
Doesn't it trend every week?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Trends somewhat
I don't know any difference. But they said, oh, it does. Okay, so it keeps
last week. I think it went number
flow. 1. So that may be the difference.
I'm presuming this week it also probably got at least close to it.
Right.
Just because it's a big one. And plus that's like the penultimate one, the season finale.
Right.
Week.
Right.
So what's going to happen then? I honestly don't have any, other than the rumors about Siggy. I don't know anything about next week. I'm actually going to try to stay spoiler free, which it's not going to work because I'm nosy.
I don't know much either. I just know that they said the kingdom will fall and that Ezekiel was leaving. And then somebody was saying that maybe they got tired of paying Tyler Perry for that studio. So I don't know. I don't know.
I'm interested. Like, it looks interesting to me just because of the snow aspect. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how they did this. I guess it's all CGI, but it looks pretty cool.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Like when they do practical effects, it can look decent. But when they try to do megahertz and it's like 30 people cut and paste 100 times,
They're
it
like
doesn't come. It doesn't come out so well. Is all I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
if they do a GoFundMe, I will put $10 on it. I will do it.
Don't you
I will
give them
support.
1/10 of your
I
money.
will
They do
support.
They
not
are
do
just gonna waste it.
I will support because that was crazy.
We gave them their money, and
We
they did
and
that CGI deer. So
and that's even the best.
Right.
They did not use that money wisely.
Wisely.
They
Yeah.
got
So do y'all think we're gonna have the first divorce in the zombie apocalypse between King Ezekiel and Carol next week?
what?
I'm
You know, the grieving process, you think they're gonna, be drifting
Oh,
apart?
okay.
I don't. I hadn't thought about it.
I don't know. They're doing some weird stuff. They keep having King Ezekiel looking at Daryl like he wants to cry, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? If you want Carol and Daryl together, put them together. If you don't, leave it
Right.
alone. But don't make this man jealous of the dirt squirrel.
Right. Dirt
I
squirrel.
love it. That is
You get 2
amazing.
points for that one.
That's
I
not
like
mine.
it.
That is credit to Two Dead Chicks podcast.
Very good.
I like
They
it.
were talking about The Walking Dead.
That's their
That's their podcast.
Okay. Okay.
that's their thing. I saw. What did I see? I saw on, and I'm gonna call carolers out because it's about what I do usually about this point in the chat. I just saw it before we started on Twitter that they showed scenes where Carol and Daryl are talking. People are like, oh my god, I think they're gonna
They're
get together. I'm
talking.
like, her child died. Calm the fuck down.
Right.
I'm just like, really? And not all carolers, hashtag not all carolers, but it felt like you don't really respect Carol as a person, as a character. You just respect her as you want to see Daryl make out.
Right.
Which at this point, I don't even. How are they not tired? Like we are in season 9. They met in season 1.
Right.
I don't understand how they've got some serious stick with itness because
Yes.
Right.
they have been
Stubborn.
I would have given up with
Foolhardiness.
Beth, which is when it was over, and just let them have their nice little friendship. They have a great friendship, and it's nice to see. But like rooting for a relationship at this point seems like truly delusional to me.
It's not. He's had 2 different dudes at this point.
Right.
It's
Lord, why did they do that to her with Tobin?
Tobin.
so good.
But yeah, it's like
Oh.
she's not thinking about him that way.
No. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. There were many, many, many opportunities. She came on to him a couple times, and it's just not. I don't want to take away their dreams because I know that the people, the carolers who are really into this is important to them.
Right.
But dude, it's not going to happen.
Right.
You didn't do it. The show did it.
Right.
Yeah, I know. But part of me is still really bitter of them because when Richonne went canon, they just didn't
Show their ass.
behave in the proper way. And they weren't exactly happy for us.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just still bitter about that. I'm like,
I'm happy I didn't know that. You guys, when you explain it, it's always interesting, but I didn't keep up with it, so it's like
you didn't miss anything.
I don't bear
positive
any
nature.
ill will against them because I don't know the intricacies of their emotional.
I don't have any. It's just to me like very obvious that it's not going to happen, and I don't understand the point of like being mad at people on the show for not, or anybody who doesn't believe in it or isn't invested in it. Like,
Right.
if you still care about this after 9 seasons, that is on you.
Right.
Because it is so clear that it's not going to happen, and blaming everybody else isn't going to help your case.
Right.
So, have fun, but the show played y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, and then getting mad at other ships, getting mad at other people. It's like getting mad at poor dear old Tobin. You know,
Right.
It's not their fault this didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
And also, I'm not really, I don't know, Daryl just don't seem like he has the emotional maturity for any kind of real relationship. Like a friendship where he can mumble a few things and go on his way. But to actually be a partner with someone, I just don't see it. Like,
I don't see it either. He's very emotionally stunted. At least that's how he seems to me.
Right.
Yes. He's a loner.
He's a loner.
Right.
Doesn't have, honestly, the fact that he went up to Carol and said, tried to stop her from looking at Henry. He's like, look at me. And that was pretty damn good. That was pretty.
That was too late though, because she was already there. Like,
well,
you
that's the
should have
thing.
said that a
She'd
long
already
time
did it,
ago.
so
I
don't
think
really
they just
know.
wanted to call back to when it happened with
Right,
Sophia.
right. I was
Yeah.
like,
Because that didn't make
it's too
sense.
late to say it now. She
She
right
already
there.
knows.
It's right there.
I think they're officially out of Lynch kids, though, so I think we're done.
Oh, thank God.
That was it. You know what I also thought earlier today about Morgan?
Mhm.
Obviously, I don't think he's coming back to the show. I know he's on Fear, but he was pretty close with Henry. I wonder.
Mhm.
They had. I didn't go into the reading of it, but someone had a thumbnail. I'm assuming a couple of YouTubers is talking about Morgan may be coming back, but I'll wait till they actually do it, because
How is that?
that's a lot of
Okay.
flip-floppery right there.
It
So
really
I'm like,
is. Especially with the time jumps. Like,
right.
that's a lot.
I was surprised. I heard that Fear's not coming back until June. That's not.
Okay.
It doesn't normally go that way, does it? Doesn't usually.
No, it does.
They better not try to compete with Game of Thrones. Do it if you want to. Try it and see
No,
what happens.
I think they have in the past, but they usually are from June to like October.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it comes on almost like Walking Dead ends, and then
it does. That's what I'm saying. But they better not try it this time.
No, it doesn't.
No, doesn't do that way.
I think when did Preacher come on? I want to say Preacher aired in May.
Okay. Is that still on?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Me not sure.
Yeah, I think it's like April, May stuff. And then Fear the Walking, because Fear the Walking Dead leads into The Walking Dead, not the other way around.
Okay. Yeah, that's
okay.
true. That's true. Did you guys watch Talking Dead at all?
I did, because I wanted Scott Gimple to talk about these movies, but of course he said nothing.
I just saw Tammy Rose, and I said, okay, well that's the special guest.
She looked pretty damn good, obviously, because I remember her on Grace Under Fire, and obviously years have gone by, and she's gotten older, just like all of us have. But I feel like they really played up her old lady, because I never really thought of her as an old lady. And last night she was on Talking Dead, I'm like, okay, that's the Brett Butler that I know.
She was very funny too. Like,
yeah.
I was worried because I wasn't sure if she was all the way there. I don't know why. I guess because she talks so slow. That's racist.
Well, she's been very honest in the past about her drug and alcohol abuse. So she's had some.
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew that too.
She's had some moments, but I think she's actually I thought it was funny as hell. Like, I cracked Rick up when she mentioned the necklace she's got on, and she talked about her head being cut off. So, that's it's hiding the wound. I was like, oh my God. That was funny. That cracked me up.
She said a lot of funny. She's just very witty.
Yeah.
I may actually watch the episode now. I didn't watch it last night, but she was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, she's a cool chick. Okay. I like her, and I was bummed about Tammy Rose, but I was glad she was on the show. She's a good actress.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that she was there.
Like, I was like more with her. I thought, like, at the beginning of the season, she was really good with the Maggie stuff, and then kind of dropped it off. But that's the show's MO. So
that's the one. That's the one comic they want. The comic def they want to keep Tammy Rose. Like, okay.
No, right. I know they mentioned that because I honestly at the time I'm like, are they going to have everybody on the show, all the Pike victims? But obviously I said some of them were they were like out of the country at a family thing. But I still feel like they should have had maybe a couple, maybe Enid if she was or somebody instead of Sadiq. I just felt like this. I mean, I got where they did it. I was like, they were all gone.
I don't. It just seems like everybody that has been on the show for more than 2 years is completely over it. Right? Because, like, they had the.
Are you gonna come to this press junket? That's okay.
Right.
No,
exactly.
go without me.
We had the Pelly Fest thing this weekend on Friday, and it was just Norman and a bunch of people we don't care about. And then I found out that I was in LA, and she went to Pelly Fest for This Is Us, and just sat in the audience. I was like,
"Wow,
what? This makes no sense."
Hot damn.
Like you said, they're over it. Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if she was in the town on Friday, but it seems
That's
like
what you heard. And someone else was saying, not someone else. It was something. I think I was YouTubing, and they had Maggie. I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago. Maggie was talking about her possible spinoff / return. I was like, okay, I guess it's time for them to talk about that now.
Well, at least she's
That we
keeping
don't
her
have
options open. She's smart.
right.
You know, Scott Foley generally equals not good.
I tried watching that show and I thought it was like okay, but the more I watched, I'm like, this is terrible. I don't like it.
For trying though.
I mean, yeah, if you get
Because
a
it's
lead in the show, you got to
because
take
it's
it.
like a cookie cutter sitcom concept. Like boy meets
Yeah.
girl, there's tension, they have to work together, so
It is so
I guess it's it's not very exciting, I will say that, or original.
it is aggressively average. So
Yeah. And that's how I feel about Scott Foley.
right.
The average.
Yep.
he's just real basic. He's not a bad guy. He's just really basic and just.
But he's cute and basic.
Cute.
Okay, sure.
He's like a stale sugar cookie.
He's fine. And I don't mean he's fine. I mean he's fine.
He's he's all right.
Right.
He's neither here nor there. I don't wish
Why are
him
you
harm, but I also don't wish to watch the show.
Right.
I really did try. I was like, oh, maybe this will be a cute little, something. Oh, no.
I forgot who it was, but someone said they had like 3 million views on that show. So I was like,
is that good?
May give them something. I'm assuming. I don't really know. I'm like,
okay. That's not good, but
for network TV, I honestly don't know.
No,
like This Is Us is the big show, and I think that's only like 7 million. So maybe it's okay.
Right. So I was like, okay, they may hang in there. I don't know, but
well, these days because there is so much competition, I feel like they don't give shows a lot of time to get it right.
Right, to get their hooks into people. If you don't wow
on network.
Wow in one season, let it go. We don't have seasons to develop a fan base. We don't have time for that.
No.
Yeah, which is silly because you have to give stuff time. Like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead weren't doing those numbers
exactly at the beginning. Right.
But it goes back to the lack of attention span and all the media that's trying to get your
attention.
It's just drawn in so many different directions.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I want to see the Walkers. I want to see this twist and maybe even this big reveal about Sadiq next week. And I understand Carol's point of view. Her son is dead, and this chick is a reminder of that. Like, that's not easy. But
didn't that happen somewhere else?
I don't know who.
Like, maybe it was Noah and Beth, kind of, with Maggie.
Oh,
I don't think she was ever.
Yeah. But the other thing about it is like, what's going on with the kingdom for it to quote unquote fall? Like the pipes got that bad. What's going on?
It wasn't in great shape.
Why is there?
Yeah, it was falling apart.
The infrastructure was rough, and it just wasn't.
They had little cracks in the walls. And it seemed like the pipes went out. I don't know what they were doing, but it seemed like something happened, and they just were like, "All right, time to pack it up."
I kind of feel like maybe instead of watching a movie, we should have gotten the walls fixed. But
Vicky,
I don't know what. So
come on, come on! It's time for the movie.
Everybody was so happy to see that movie. It broke my heart. Like
it was a cartoon.
It was stupid looking as heck, but that was the first time they'd seen anything on a screen in so long.
Right.
That they were just
but
great.
Is that the only movie they had? Like, I don't understand.
Right. You probably have an adult in 3 movies, so I need to see what you had.
Right. That was confusing to me. Like, I know they can't license like the Titanic or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Could it be any movie we've heard of? That's some weird cartoon.
And I didn't like that Alpha found Lydia in this dark lit movie theater. You can't
that was
see.
weird.
I was like, How you just rolled up on your daughter like that?
And then she just creepily like touches her arm, like
Come with me, daughter.
This is my seat. This is my seat.
The other thing I didn't understand was like Michonne was like, maybe you could watch Judith. What the fuck? Who? What? You not hired
No.
babysitter?
Okay, thank you. Why was Sadiq keeping it a big secret? I
That
have to
too.
tell you. I'll tell you later on.
They were trying to be like Game of Thrones, but I just didn't understand like why she wasn't appointing an actual babysitter. Like, hey, watch my child.
Right.
Maybe keep an eye on her if you have time. What kind of parenting? I don't get it. I just want Michonne to be at home with her kids. Did you guys see that picture, RJ?
I loved it so much.
Yeah, that was like, oh my, he's got the little hat and his little gloves, and he's so cute.
I love him. I would die for him.
He is so, oh my gosh, he's so precious.
If they get a new RJ, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm saying. They really need to start this movie. And then it was some I had intentionally was listening to different podcasts. I would have, some conversation tonight. It was one guy, I want to say he had a discussion about a comment that Andy made, and I want to say it's very recent, but the comment basically was saying he was talking about they were going to liken the movies to maybe a Wild Wild West with some science fiction, properties or, concepts. And that's something you guys had already said, but he mentioned some kind of comic book shoot. It's some kind of website that I guess had the actual article.
Comicbook.com?
Maybe, but I could never find the article because I was going to read it to see what Andy actually said, but I never got a chance to. But I was like, okay, well, we already knew that kind of stuff. And then I want to say someone said something about 2020. I'm like, okay, that's next year. But why aren't we doing something now? It's like I said, it's all over the place. And I guess when you guys were talking about he had that Andy has to give approval for the script, I guess, for them to proceed. It's like I want at least to have some things rolling. It's like it's too many things that we're waiting on to just get going, and that's all that takes away from the momentum of this. Like the boy, those kids grow up fast. He'll be 10,
yeah,
before you know it.
He's already tall. I mean, he's. They don't have time to wait. They waste.
Right.
You got to get on this.
Yeah, it's frustrating. As far as that quote, I don't think that was recent because I would have heard something Andy said. I don't think he's been in the press recently.
Okay.
So it's probably just something old that Scott Gimple or Andy said a while ago.
Okay. Was that the last thing you heard, that they were projecting 2020?
Well, yeah, that's what Scott. Well, I don't know what he was saying because Scott Gimple is so damn weird. Chris Hardwick asked him for any news on any part of the universe. And
that's like, vague.
There will be some announcements soon, and 2020 is going to be crazy. And I was like,
and you're just like, yeah, you know what? I don't believe that anymore because that's the line you keep giving me. And
what? That was his answer.
Yes.
There'll be an announcement about the announcement.
Yes.
Why is Scott Gimple like that?
He was talking about the movies. He was talking about the universe of like spinoffs and all that stuff. So who knows?
They need to not do that.
Obviously, but
we're not even here for that. Could you tell us what we came here about? Rick, could you give us something about that, please?
That's it. That is all.
Recruit on your own time. We're here for a reason. You're trying to find about Grimes reunion. That's all we want to know about Grimes reunion. You can recruit on your own end, do that later on. Do that in the summer weeks. That's crazy. Right. So, yeah, I'm happy I didn't watch it, but I'll go back and watch Talking Dead just to see what Rhett was saying. But but when I saw Gimple, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I kind of half watched it. The This Is Us panel was last night, so I was trying to watch that, which was actually good.
I saw a picture with Beth and Denai and some other lady. I'm like, oh.
Well, they're friends, but like the panel, like Felicia Rashad was there and the whole cast.
I need to rewatch that episode, but like that I just know I'm gonna cry, and I'm gonna cry more than I already cry. Like
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, oh, I bet you it's so good though. I saw the end of it when she was talking to her at the table. And I was like, this is some good quality writing and acting right here. This is beautiful.
Yeah, that was the last time, and that was the first time I cried in a while. The show's been getting on my nerves lately, but that was a good episode.
You didn't get upset when she had to go to the
No,
Ashley.
no,
The
I did not like.
hell? Ash.
Nope, nope,
What?
nope, nope.
You're
Sorry,
cold, man. You're
I am.
cold.
I am.
But she owns it.
I'm only here for the Black Pearsons. No, that's not true. I like Kevin, and I like Jack,
Right.
and I like Rebecca.
Breckenridge Shaw on the show?
Huh?
Is Breckenridge Shaw on the show?
No. Oh God, why did you remind me of that?
I think she's coming back, right?
She came back last week. I don't know how long she'll be back.
Right.
But oh God, it was.
I saw them talking about her, but to be honest, I didn't see it, so I can ask you, Ash. All I saw was Kevin said he was gonna buy tickets for her and someone else. Is that a boyfriend to go see a movie
engaged.
Or something?
I think it was a concert or something.
Okay.
Like I don't know why they brought her back. The way he was looking at her had me very upset. But at the same time, like he went back to Zoe and was like, "I don't want kids." So I was like, "Okay, so are you good?"
That's a lot of mixed
what?
signals. Oh my goodness!
I'm confused. I don't know why they brought her back.
I am so scared.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If they do Zoe wrong, I'm just gonna stop.
Right. Once you open yourself up for that, don't hurt her. Don't. Okay, calm down.
That was very echoey. It was very dramatic.
Oh man. So like I said, the going back and forth, I guess, with the Walking Dead, I don't know, but I didn't like how they were leaving, and then one minute they were leaving, the next minute it was dark and they were killing walkers, and then I don't know how long she had Daryl walking, because when he got to the cliff, it was sun up again. I'm like, what kind of...
It was confusing. Like, I don't mind if you play with time, but I did not see the point.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't get it. So that was weird. I feel like they just couldn't shoot everything at night, so they decided to go back and forth.
That's crazy. Well, I saw, when I was trying to justify it in my head, I just figured they know that at night it adds another layer of intensity, because you won't be able to see as much. So you have walkers coming from all directions, you're more likely to sort of pause, and I saw them pausing as they were fighting and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I get the justification of that part, but then no sooner do they walk off, we don't see them again till the sun is up. Like, how far were you walking to this cliff? Like, right. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was.
So we sort of thought the episode was okay. I thought it was okay. It made me cry a couple of times, and I'm just emotional. But you guys did not like it, or you did like it, or you okay with it, or you accept it.
I accept it.
Okay.
I did not like it. I did not feel anything. But I am excited for the season finale.
Right. Right. Because that's
I'm glad it's gone.
I'm getting to her boo thing. So yes.
Yep. Exactly. It's almost over.
Oh man.
What you say, Nikki?
No, I just said I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the whole thing with the Pikes is done.
The big to do is,
and we don't have to
answer.
Yeah.
We can just move forward. And one thing real quick that about Siddiq's speech, he's like, their lives were cut short. I'm like, really? Really?
Right. Right.
I wanted this one person to be like, did he just...
Poor word choices, sir.
It just was like, there's so many different ways you could have said that didn't involve the word cut.
Maybe that's why Rosita was with him like that. He's like another Eugene, like awkward as hell. Maybe that's what it is.
He's not usually, though. I don't
think that's what he's supposed to be.
No.
I don't know. That was
I like I like him tentatively. I liked him very much before, and now I like him tentatively.
Right.
I'm going to reserve judgment.
Right.
I'm gonna try.
Right. I'm just surprised. Do y'all think Rosita's gonna make it to term? Because I thought her head was on the pike. I'm like,
well,
oh my
honestly,
goodness.
they didn't take her out with this. I think she's got a pretty good chance of sticking around for the long haul.
Yeah.
This was her scene. This was it, and
right.
they might still take her out, but I think she'll go to term. Yeah.
I think that's true. Whether Sadiq sticks around, I don't know.
Right.
Because what do you do? Do they do anything? They'll probably still treat him better than they treated Michonne.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they'll
and
put
Michonne didn't even take the chance to say, remember, I told you no more dead kids. It's 3 of them right here. You
right.
see them?
I told y'all.
I told you. When are you going to listen? When? So, I don't know. But, like I said, I was sort of, I don't know. I sort of was under the impression they were going to take out couples. So, I just thought Earl was going to leave with Tammy. And I just knew Father Gabe and Rosita. So I'm like, oh my goodness. But somebody was explaining, I guess the way they have it set up now, because the people, besides those little kids and the highwaymen, everybody else is attached to people. So that'll incentivize them in the upcoming fight. That'll give them Tara. Oh, she was the leader, girl. The whole Hilltop. She got the whole Hilltop crew.
Oh, I thought you meant a couple.
But, no, she wasn't.
But like Earl, he's gonna be making all kinds of weapons. He's gonna be fueled by revenge. And I don't know what Scott's gonna do. So I don't know. That was an odd one, but
Scott is gone.
You sure about that though?
He is on Star Trek.
They show his face every so often.
They do?
Okay. They did on Scars.
Well, that was a flashback. He had to come back. I mean, in the present, I don't know that he's alive.
He's around. Okay.
I really don't. Maybe.
And they may or may not explain it anyway, so.
Right. But maybe he can do both shows. I don't know.
He's probably not gonna, though.
Right.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember seeing him.
I don't know.
I'm good.
I feel like he would have been the looking with him for, what's her name? Frankie?
Right.
Bonnie? Something.
Frankie.
Yeah, I feel like he would have been the one looking for her if he were still around.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, somebody said Negan may be upset because that's his ex-wife.
Oh,
so Negan may be invested in it. I'm like, I don't know.
Her name's not Lucille, so he probably doesn't care.
Right.
I'm like, it's been like 7 years. He may not care, right?
I'm like, she's like a sister wife.
Right, a sister wife.
Not a real wife.
What happened to his wife with the good hair?
Oh, okay. We didn't even see Nora last night.
Nora's gone somewhere.
See what I'm talking about? They play too much.
She's really cute.
I don't like Nora anymore.
Yeah, she did not support Michonne.
She sure didn't.
No, she didn't. No, I gave the official Twitter account a little crap today because they posted a picture of the highwaymen, and it said, and they said again, I've taken a turn off to the left here, but they posted a picture of the highwaymen, and they're like, the mountain men to the rescue, and I'm like,
what?
You don't
really?
even know their names?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wowzer.
And I'm like, I just wrote, my dude, you're the official page. You gotta do better than this.
Wow.
Are you new here? What is?
It's ridiculous.
It was so. Everybody was like tearing them up. They're like the mountain men.
They've done that a lot lately. Like, I can't remember what they posted a few weeks ago, but I was just like, "Are y'all okay?"
No, you said that they said that asses would be revealed, and you said y'all didn't answer anything. You said that about 2 weeks ago, Ash.
Wait, what?
You said something about. I think you were talking about the Walking Dead page. It was something you said where they lied and said answers would be
Oh, it was
revealed,
about
and they
Daryl.
did not reveal
No,
anything.
yeah, no, it was something completely different. Like probably a month ago. I don't remember. It was like a blatant mistake, and it was like the second one in a row. And I was just like, "Are y'all okay?" Because it was so weird. Maybe they spelled somebody's name wrong. I don't remember. It's just seems like mistakes the official account should
You
not
just
be
have
making.
some intern playing games over here
Right.
with this account. Y'all need to pay y'all interns, okay? That needs to
Okay.
be
I don't
hashtag
know
pay
if
these
y'all
people.
gaslighting us or what, but it seems like somebody's on
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here,
But yeah.
here's what they posted. They it said one day ago, so they did this yesterday, probably while the episode was going on. It said the Mountain Men are on the job, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Wow.
is that
And they
what I
didn't
know is
delete
they're the
it?
official account of The Walking Dead. You got to get the names right. This is super duper basic stuff. Try harder, because I was just like,
Wow.
man.
And the fact that they didn't delete it is even more confusing.
No, it's still there. It's still there.
Right?
I don't. You're not building my confidence in you. I
like,
don't. It's a vote of no confidence for you guys.
Like Sadiq's story made me sad though. I was like, they were fighting together like a family. That was so beautiful.
He probably lied.
If that's really what happened.
Right.
Yeah, okay, but it was so beautiful. And the last thing you see is Enid putting her dukes up. I was like,
that looks so stupid.
I was like, she's gonna fight him. She's gonna fight her to the death.
That looked ridiculous. That looked like a little child.
That is the thing that bothers me about Enid. Like, I know she's supposed to be like 23 or something, but she still looks like a 17-year-old to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't believe anything she does or says. Like, this time jump really played her.
I would have, like, she was just like, fisticuffs. Right. I'm like, what are you doing?
But Tammy Rose, she was just trying to shoot people. I was like, Tammy, you're supposed to be fighting, girl.
Like,
you ain't supposed to be shooting people.
Oh.
Tammy was like,
she's
I don't fight.
Room.
That's sad, poor.
But they did their best, and they didn't even know each other, but they fought like a family.
I was like, this was so bad.
It's a really nice story.
It is a nice story, and children like stories.
Oh my God, it was beautiful. I was like, Sadiq, thank you for that.
It would have meant more if I knew who they were.
Right?
That's the only thing.
He was like, so-and-so, and DJ came in. I was like, who?
Oh, that's another thing. The whole Henry and Daria love triangle, they could have cut that out. Like, this was
super unnecessary.
Episode, people.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'm not that I'm a little worried about, I guess, is because whoever the friend is that didn't die, I don't know his name either.
Gage? I think Gage.
So Gage and
Gage? What kind of name is this?
So Gage and the other kid that did die, I hate that I don't know their names. Didn't they go up to Lydia and were like giving her crap?
Right.
So now that Addie and Baby Glenn are dead,
right?
Is he gonna blame Lydia? Is he gonna? And Henry's dead. Is he gonna be like, you know what?
So I see you single. So I see you single now.
I don't know if it.
Daryl will not have that.
No.
Daddy rocks, kid.
Very upset.
Right.
I'm not calling Daryl Daddy.
So I was like, Uncle Daryl. But my thing was like that was unnecessary. The whole happy anniversary was unnecessary. It was some things that were not needed. And then a YouTuber was talking, and I totally agreed once he said it was like a total agreement. The conversation between Tara, Rachel, and Father Gabe, I was like, why y'all just now trying to synchronize people's training? Y'all should have been, if it's been 6 years, y'all should have been had. What are you?
You had so much time to do this.
Right.
What have you been doing?
Being mad at
What is the problem? So I guess in retrospect, I should have I should have known that Father Gabe may live, but I really was on this trajectory that he was gonna die. So honestly, when they had the conversation, I was like, I think they call these dead conversations that don't go anywhere, because I think Tara's gonna die. I think Father Gabe is gonna die, and this Rachel chick, I'm probably not gonna see her again to next year around this time. So I'm like, why would you take the time to talk about training for your people? But I guess it was just to show that she was a dedicated leader. I don't know, but it was a lot of stuff that they unneeded yesterday, unnecessary stuff. Where is this coming from? Why?
I feel like it was just to eke the episode out.
Right.
Say that they had an extra long episode. They didn't say it was extra long episode with good content. I mean, they didn't.
Right.
They just said it was long.
Right.
Yeah, it was filler, but they didn't promise us anything other than we should have known that it was. That's probably what it was going to be.
And the Rosita and Eugene thing, I was like, okay, I guess this is about the radio. So I was like, that I guess is understandable, because we know the radio could be an important part of, the season finale, but it was just, I don't know. And I hadn't heard official spoilers, but I knew
where you're going with this.
but I knew. Now I'm talking about this episode, not the one in the future. But I heard about the green dress thing, so I was like, oh my goodness! And I kept looking for the green dress, and when I finally saw it, I saw it by Jerry. So I was like, oh my God! And I started getting anxious, because I didn't want Jerry Bear to die. But it was like, and then when King Ezekiel was escorting her to it was just too much. I was just scared. Ashley, don't you start. I just told you.
I'm sorry. It was like 2 minutes where I was worried about Ezekiel, but that was literally it. The rest of the episode, I was like, what is happening? When is Pikes coming? Then the Pikes got here, and I was like, okay.
Oh, was that? That was it?
That was it. All right.
Okay.
Who? Okay.
So I don't know for sure, but just by the scene where Carol's sitting up and he's laying down, I figure he's just going to be really upset about, his son and the kingdom dying. And that may be a little divide in their relationship. And plus, she was walking and talking to Daryl when he was with Jerry on the trailer. So I was like, maybe there'll be some emotions involved, or maybe they won't be able to address them because they'll be too busy fighting off snow and walkers. But someone did mention, they didn't give me specifics, but they did say it's going to be a twist next episode. So
okay, I know to
watch.
What's going to be happening at the end of this? Because it seems like they did the hard part already.
Yeah,
right. That's what I was saying. I was like, what kind of twist you talking about? But you know what? When they said twist, honestly, I said maybe what they're talking about is just the conversation, in the comic where Eugene reaches out and someone says hello to him, and then somebody was like, maybe it'll be Rick. I was like, I don't think they're ready for all of that. I probably was.
I am beyond ready.
But I don't think they're ready for all of that.
I said a long time ago, like, that's what should be the end. I hope that's the end of the season.
Right.
I thought it would be Gabriel, because he's the one who knows about the helicopter and Jadis and all that stuff.
Right.
Connect it together. And I guess Negan could. But I don't know. Something needs to happen. Because this is the only reason that I will be at all interested in next season.
Right.
Even though I know Andy's not coming back. But, Michonne finding him.
It gives us hope for a better tomorrow.
It gives me hope that they are actually moving forward soon and not 2 years from now.
Right. Okay, y'all ready for the impersonation?
Yeah, I think we're probably starting to wind down. This would be a good time for.
Oh, Lydia, queen of tattoos. Ooh. I was like, okay, thank you for saying.
You didn't look up the lyrics?
No, it was on the closed caption. I was like, okay, thank you.
Wait, that was really the song?
Yeah, I was like,
but there's real lyrics.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
She was just like carving that lady's face like it was a Thanksgiving dinner. She's just
Right. Oh, Lydia.
like, it even had squishy noises. I'm like, I see zombies all the time on TV, but I'm just like,
No, what got me was the sharpening of the knife in the background. I'm like, these people are over here cutting up, literally.
Caitlin Nakin, who played Enid, put a GIF up of the Duke thing and said, "Caption this," and I'm just like, "Oh, you're opening yourself up to so much not." Oh, girl.
Oh my goodness.
You look silly.
Wow.
To me, she looks silly.
Right.
He's just like, "Come on, bad guy." And it's just like, no.
I read the exit interview with her, and they asked her like when she found out that she was going to be leaving, and she said that like I think it was May that she talked to Angela Kang, and they talked about the possibility, but that she'd know for sure by August. August came and went. She said it was November when she got the script and found out she was leaving, and I was like,
wow,
why would you do that to her? Like,
yeah,
that's trash.
But see, I don't know. I mean, not knowing much about the industry, I don't know if they do that because they're trying to live in the present and they don't want the actors to be, sort of affected by knowing the future of their character.
I think that's fine.
But you would think you would tell them, though. You would think you would, but maybe
okay,
that's why they don't tell them.
That's the issue. Like, Tara didn't find out till November, and I didn't find anything wrong with that. A lot of people don't find out they're leaving a show until it's later. But you literally said in May, you'll know by August, and you didn't say anything in August. So she found out when she got the script, which is, she's like, oh, I just realized the next script is coming out, and I don't know whether I'm going to die or not. And I'm like, how do you do that to these? They did like something similar to Carl, and I'm just.
I think Scott made Angela do that. I don't know. I'm just
why are
people. I don't know. I'm just
I just don't know why they're treating these kids like this. Like Jacob for life. That's rude. Yeah.
Well, that's good that you told me because I really was determined that from now on, when someone says they're moving anywhere, I'm like, okay, they did. But you're saying it's normal for people to move to LA.
No, I'm saying most of them already live in LA.
Okay.
Or New York. Like, most people don't live in Atlanta, is my point.
Right.
Caitlin and Chandler and probably any of the kids do because they're not pulling kids out of school.
Right.
Like, play on The Walking Dead. They're probably from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes, as we're coming down to the end, I just want to make a little quick shout out to Love Devil Movies Baby.
Okay.
She and Miss Doom and Gloom, who does all that amazing Richonners fan art.
Right.
They had that collab where they did where Miss Doom and Gloom did a couple really gorgeous pictures of Rick and Michonne as pirates, which was
I remember that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, the last chapter of Honor Among Thieves is out. So there's 7 chapters, and it's Rick and Michonne as pirates, and it's giving me life. Yeah, because I need it, and it's just really well written. So if you guys are still into fan fiction and still reading it, so it's Honor Among Thieves by Love Devil Movies Baby. I keep wanting to say Love Angel Magic, whatever the Gwen Stefani thing was, but that's not. But I think it's probably in the Richonners tag.
It's
a really good story, and it's cool. It was a really cool collab, and I hope they do something like that in the future.
Are all the fan fiction located in the same location? Because it was a pub I went to one time where you could pull up different stories. Is that where they save it in a certain place, or is it under those, like they have a website for their chapters?
Well, I mean, there's fanfiction.net. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the pub that I saw. I mean, hub. I saw a lot of different, stories in there.
Mm-hmm. Really, for me personally. Oh, sorry. I was just for me personally, the best way that I have found to find a story what I want is Richonners Just Desserts.
Oh yeah,
I go into
I've seen her posting too,
and I can put in. I can just say, look for pregnancy, and it'll give an entire list of all the of stories involving pregnancy.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just anything like that. And if there's ever a story that you kind of remember bits and pieces of, but you're not sure, you could just send them a message and they'll look it up. And it's an amazing resource. We're shown. We're the ones who write. That's another good one too. And there's another one, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. We're shown Writers Network, which I think also goes with. I think that's kind of a partnership thing with We're Shown Just Desserts. But We're Shown Just Desserts just is really good, and they've got this whole compendium, and they can find stories that were published like in 2013 when there was nothing.
Right.
Little things. They're just really good.
Okay.
So,
that may be something to do over the summer then, because that's the thing. I'm like, I'm probably gonna want it then more than I do now, because right now the show is fine, but over the summer, those summer days, hey, let's find something to watch or read.
Need a lot.
Right.
A lot. All right, ladies, if it's okay, I'm thinking it might be a good time to
see you guys next week.
Anything anybody else wants to talk about?
I'm good.
How about how much we're gonna miss Tara?
No more terrible. No more JSS. No more bad decisions.
No more eating turtles.
No more eating worms.
Oh, I forgot about the worms.
And now we just have Carol Payne and Ezekiel Payne but Michonne's kids are okay. I just want to say that Michonne's children are fine.
They know better. I hope and pray they know better. I just Carl was killed off, his stuff given to this dude, and then they killed him. I was like, what was the point?
Right.
But
they should have killed Carl this way.
Right?
What'd you say, Ash?
I said they should have killed Carl this way.
With the pike?
Oh my! That would have destroyed people.
That's the whole point.
Right.
Oh, I can't even.
It would have mattered.
It would have mattered.
I understand why people say it was weak sauce. Like I said, my only person I was worried about was Jerry, and I understand it was selfish. But after it was said and done, I was like, I saw to see what everybody was saying about, put some actual stakes in it, but. Like I said, I just naturally figured that they'll make up for it in season 10. Basically, that's where I'm at. Like these people are okay now, but it's coming, so they'll die.
Sure.
We'll see. It was time, and it's something we've had like hanging over our heads, and it's over, and we can move on.
All right, see you guys next week.
All right, ladies, thank you so much, and see you next week.